Okay, you're good to go, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the public, staff. Welcome to the Committee of Adjustment meeting of Monday, February 7th. Can I have someone to call the meeting to order? Moved by Councillor McDonnell, second by Councillor Jaworski, that the meeting be called to order at 5:31 p.m. All those in favor? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Approval of the agenda. Can I get someone to move that? Moved by Councillor McDonnell, second by Councillor Lang. All those in favor to approve the agenda as presented? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Approval of the minutes of January 17th meeting. Any questions or comments? No. Can I get a mover and a seconder to approve as presented? Moved by Councillor Lang, second by Deputy Mayor Jaworski. All those in favor of the motion? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? Seeing none. Moving on to item number 5, A0222, Ellie. Miss Haley. I can't hear you if you haven't spoken.
Just pulling up my presentation, Mr. Chair. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Actually, I think I need to... Sorry, I'm just... I'm just going to switch the view so you can see my full screen. Sorry about that. One moment, please.
It's where you were. It's where you were before.
I know. I'm trying to get it so that it shows the full presentation, and it's not cooperating for me. And I do this all the time. I apologize. Okay, so maybe we'll just go on as is, because you can see the sides on the slide, correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's not letting me switch it tonight for some reason. I'll get ready. I'll move forward. Okay, so welcome everyone. And for members of the public that are participating by Zoom or phone, you will be permitted to speak to the respective application following my presentation. And prior to speaking, we do ask you to state your name and address for the record. For those of you who wish to make a comment, please use the raise hand function and our chair will call upon you. And if you have registered to participate in this public meeting by phone, you will be asked if you would like to comment on the application after the presentation. So now I'm going to read required wording under the Ontario Planning Act. This is a hearing under Section 44 of the Ontario Planning Act. Any person may attend this hearing and or make written or verbal representation either in support of or in opposition to the proposed minor variance. If a person or public body does not make oral or written submissions at this hearing before the minor variance is decided upon, the person or public body is not entitled to appeal the decision of the Committee of Adjustment to the Ontario Land Tribunal, also known as OLT. If a person or public body does not make oral submissions at a hearing or make written submissions to the Committee of Adjustment or to the township before the minor variance is decided upon, the person or public body may not be added as a party to the hearing of an appeal before the OLT unless, in the opinion of the tribunal, there are reasonable grounds to do so. So we only have one application this evening, Mr. Chair, and the application we're dealing with is known as A0222. It's located in part of Lot 26, Concession 1 in the geographic township of Lancaster, which is now part of South Glengarry, and it's addressed as 6226 59th Avenue. This is a key map of the subject property. So you can see the area that's darkened in black is the subject property. This would be the South Service Road to the north, and then Highway 401 to the north of that. And then of course, the St. Lawrence River to the further south of the property. So on this property, it's currently developed. It contains a single detached structure and a boathouse / garage. A sunroom was recently removed and reconstructed with permits a couple of years ago. And the existing dwelling is serviced by an existing septic system. And the entire property is approximately 0.87 acres in area. So I do have a couple of photos for you. This photo was taken on January 28th when the sign was installed. So this would be looking at the dwelling and you'd be looking west in this location. It was hard to get a photo of the rear yard. So I do have a couple of aerial photos to share with you. This photo was taken in 2008. So you can see where the dwelling is, as well as the boathouse structure. And you can see an area in here that also has a roof on it. I'm now going to go to our 2014 aerial photo where you see there was a little bit more development that was added in this location. And I will then show you what the purpose of the minor variance is. So the applicant proposes to construct a new deck, and this new deck would be attached to the recently constructed sunroom. The purpose of the minor variance is to reduce the watercourse setback from 30 meters to 17 meters from the canal to the proposed deck, and from 30 meters to 15 meters from the canal to the proposed step. Here's an image of the site plan that was completed for this development. So again, you can see the existing development or existing dwelling here, then the sunroom, and the area with the darker highlight is where the proposed new deck is going to be located. So right here, you can see that the deck will be little more than 17 meters from the edge of water. This side is the canal, and then 15.08 meters to the stairs. The property is designated a residential district in the official plan, and the application does conform to the general intent of the official plan. And the property is zoned floodplain holding and limited services residential, and it conforms to the general intent of the zoning bylaw. The application was circulated to applicable municipal staff. Planning and building have no concerns with this application for a couple of reasons. One, the applicant is not requesting to go closer than the 15 meters. As you know, our bylaw allows us to reduce to 15 meters. And also there was previous development on this property. So it's not like new development is being introduced that wasn't there in the past, and that new development is not going to be negatively impacting the waterway. The application was circulated to the Raisin Region Conservation Authority. They completed a thorough review, and they have no objections or concerns to this application. And I've received one inquiry from the member of public. The member of the public came to the municipal office last week thinking that they were an abutting property owner. It turned out they were located a couple of avenues away, so they chose not to express any comment or concern to me, nor did they follow up with anything in writing. So that's it for my presentation, Mr. Chair, and please let me know if there's any questions. Sorry about the view.
That's okay. I could see it just fine, hopefully, and you did you explained it very well. So I'm going to see if there are there any comments or questions of the committee? Seeing none, I'm going to go to the attendees and see if there are any questions. So if you would like to speak or say anything, just raise your hand and you'll be permitted to speak. Okay, seeing none. It was pretty straightforward. Councillor McDonnell?
Seeing as there's no other comments, I'd move to approve as presented.
Okay. Councillor Lang?
I'll second that.
Okay, you all heard the motion. All those in favor of the motion? Application is approved. Thank you all for attending. And the next item is next meeting, Tuesday the 22nd. Do we have one for this at this time?
Yes, one application.
Okay.
So our meeting will be held at 6 p.m. if nothing changes.
All righty. So thank you very much. And we'll see you all at the next one. Adjournment is at 5:41 p.m. And for those of you who have logged on for the public meeting, it's the same link. And I believe, Kelly, are we going to keep this link active and recording and everybody just shut their camera off, or will you shut the meeting down. And because I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's probably 6 people for the next portion of the meeting.
Yeah, we'll stop the live stream to YouTube and recording. However, the link will remain live. So just when you come back, just be cognizant that we're not in a practice session.
Okay, thank you. So thanks for all